I have nearly come in my pants today.
Go on.
Uh,
I've been waiting for
honestly, I cannot tell you how excited and just ridiculously how happy this has made me. And I'm not just talking, oh, I'm happy, or start, as in, I walked away from my computer, came back, and then reread it just to make sure I hadn't read this wrong.
Go on.
Go on. Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 was announced at Nintendo Direct today, I believe, and for PS4, PS5, remastered. Not new games, not they've rebuilt it, they have just remastered the originals, just like they have with Quake 2 recently and Dark Forces and all the others and Turok coming out, and brought it to modern screens and modern consoles.
Cool.
And that has just made me unbelievable. I've been saying for years, since the Dreamcast, when they had Tomb Raider Anniversary and Legend, when they said, oh, replay the first game. No, you don't. They've thrown in a load of shitty levels. They threw in new mechanics for kind of using not a lasso, a grappling hook and shit like that. I didn't want that. I just wanted the original games polished a little bit to look a little bit nicer on a bigger screen.
So they used to do that HD texture thing, didn't they? That's what everyone did. And
that's what they've kind of done here.
Okay, cool.
And it looks glorious. It looks old still. And that's what I was here for. I didn't want a complete conversion of the game where it just looks beautiful. I want it just to be the game I remember playing, but so it doesn't cause my eyes to bleed.
Thing is, when you see these HD remaster kind of ones, that's how you remember it in your head looking. Because that was back then. That was a top tier graphics.
That's what it looked like, absolutely. And I've got really fond memory. Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider 2 were probably the first games that I would consider properly big games that I completed on my own with no help. That I just sat down and with my little Sony memory card. That on Tomb Raider 2 failed so many times because it was a cheap knockoff from Game. So it's like, stick the card in. There are no saves on this memory card. Fuck you. But I got through both those games, and they were just such a big part of what made me into gaming. And I've just got this huge soft spot for them. And now that they're bringing out, they've made it into HD. It looks really nice. They've even said that at any point in the game, you can just switch it back to the original polygon textures, but it will be 4K on your screen. The only thing that no one's commented on yet is what they're going to do about the controls. And I think that's the one thing I would give permission for them to say, we fixed the controls.
I don't know, because the thing about the tank controls were like Resident Evil, that really added to the tension. I know Tomb Raider isn't a tension game, but with Resident Evil, it really added to it. And they kept it in their remakes. Because, they're slow turning around and get out of the way of the zombies. I would say, I've
played Tomb Raider 2. I got about halfway through before I lost my save file. This seems to be a common thing there. On the PC. And using the keyboard was a nightmare. In the end, I downloaded one of those keyboard mappers to controller and used a controller for it. And it wasn't perfect. So I'm hoping, even if it's tank controls, to be able to use the PlayStation controller or use the Switch with its dual controls, I'll be happy.
I wonder how it would play without the tank controls. Or give you the option, like switching between the graphics,
sure
swap between the controls.
If they're going to do the graphics, I'm sure they'll do something on the controls. But either way, I was just absolutely elated at the news. I saw literally one person posted it. It's like, wait, what? I watched the video, and then about 2 minutes later, my timeline on Twitter was just packed with people going, this is what I've always wanted. So it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me going, I don't want a new game. I genuinely, for once, just want a traditional remaster where you've made no changes to the gameplay. You've just made it look pretty for modern day.
I almost would have seen it because I saw the Nintendo Direct on my list of things to watch. You know, it says watch this.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to watch that. And I was like, oh, no, I've got something else to do. This was just before I come out. And then
I think the only thing I'll be disappointed with is you can guarantee it's going to be a £50 or £60 game.
Oh, yeah,
but
of course it will.
It's going to be 3 games in one. And what I'm really hoping for is on the physical disc, the games are just there. It's not going to be one of these ones you buy the disc, stick it in, and it's a complete download. I think
you're going to be disappointed.
I'm sure I am.
It'll be download. And we all know how I feel about downloads.
Exactly. It's that will wind me up if that's the case. If it's on the Switch and it's all on the cartridge for the Switch,
It'll be, yeah, I reckon they'll
I
sell the
might
cartridge.
just buy it on the Switch.
Yeah.
I will wait to see what the reviews are going to say. But if it's all on the disc, even better. And I'm going to be very happy with that. Don't know why the Xbox didn't get a look in. I'm guessing it's because it didn't come out on the Xbox originally. It came out on the original PlayStation, didn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe Sony's got some sort of rights for it.
Maybe they published the first 3.
That would make sense.
They probably did.
Yeah, and apparently all the DLC, all the original mission packs are on there as well. So all the Tomb Raider extra levels that existed and Tomb Raider 2 extra levels, and same with the third one, all exist. And that's really exciting. I never played the third one.
I don't think I ever played the third.
I played 1 and I played 2, and then I think we ended up getting PlayStation 2 after that. So it was like, oh my god, Grand Theft Auto 3 is amazing.
Yeah.
So I haven't played anything past that. I'd never played Tomb Raider Anthology, Tomb Raider, The Dark, whatever it was, the one that was sponsored by Timex Watches, yeah. Dark Angel or something like that, wasn't it?
Like that. I was just thinking that in my head it was called Dark something, but I didn't know.
But yeah, so that was just honestly just absolutely blew my mind, and it just made me so happy when I saw that. And I cannot wait. Valentine's Day next year though. 14th of February 2024. I've got to wait for that.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, sorry, darling. You off to bed.
There watching it with you.
Yeah, no, I don't think she ever played Tomb Raider. I'll have to ask, but she's a much more 2D platformer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her favourite game is the Super Mario 2D game that came out on the Wii.
Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's played through it God knows how many times, and she still does. She started again. In fact, I bought her Paper Mario because I thought that might be a good alternative because it was like £3 on eBay.
Yeah.
And
it's an RPG, isn't it?
It's actually an RPG mixed with it. She's not blown away by it, but she's enjoying it so far. So
there's a new one coming out, a new Mario coming out.
Yeah, I saw. I can't remember what it's called now, but all I saw was the pictures. All the characters were turned into giant elephants wearing their clothes.
So you can be Mario and Luigi and play it normally 2-player, or someone else can pick up one of the Toadstool characters or some other character and they're basically invincible. They get infinite lives.
Ooh.
So you can just have, Kay or someone could play with you.
Well, that's the thing.
And
Kay
you
gets
can be playing it properly
frustrated.
and doesn't matter if she dies.
Kay gets frustrated with the one we have at the moment because she dies, runs out of lives, has to wait till the end of the level, and then it's got to all restart again.
Well, I think the Wii U one had this in it as well, though.
Interesting.
Had the weird little blue character. I don't have a clue what the character's name was, but the second player could be this weird little blue thing.
Oh, okay. A bit like Tails, but actually playable.
A bit like Tails, but playable, yeah.
Yeah, but that was always really disappointing, right? You can be second player on Sonic, and as soon as Sonic was off screen, you had to wait for Tails to come and hover.
Oh, dear.
And if you couldn't literally match your movements up with your other player, so if you weren't connected at the brainstem Pacific Rim style,
yep.
You might as well just...
Don't get me started on this 2-player stuff. Jet's Force Gemini on the N64
oh God, yeah,
was
yeah.
2-player. Right? Not really. The second player just shot a drone. So the second player didn't say anything like it. It said on the box, 2 players. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, it's me and Mark and we play it together. He's running around. I'm like, where's the second character? A little drone appears. And they can aim the gun of the drone. And I'm pretty sure it had ammo too. So they'll run out of ammo and you've got nothing to do.
That's shit.
Yeah, it was rubbish.
Oh, dear.
What a shame for what is actually a fantastic game, Jet Force Gemini.
Yeah.
That.
And then you think all these people now that are our age learning that the second player in Duck Hunt controlled the duck.
What?
So you know Duck Hunt?
I didn't know it was 2-player.
Yeah. Second person, give the second person the controller. They control the duck.
Oh, you know what? I think I did know that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, because I never had it.
No.
I want to get the console now, but I just haven't got it. Because I haven't got a TV that can do it. Toe Jam and Earl, 2-player. Fantastic 2-player game. When you split out from each other... the screen split from you.
It was done properly.
2 did the same thing, and that was a side scroller, and you'd go away from each other.
And that was it. And Sonic did it properly. If you were doing head to head,
yes,
whoever completed the level first, that was the end of it. Why they couldn't just do cooperative with it split? Don't know. I genuinely don't know. But anyway, that was my exciting news. You've got grumpy building news. Now I know you've got your kitchen.
We have a kitchen.
It hasn't got floor yet.
No floor. We're a few weeks away from floor.
It does look amazing. And the windows and the doors did turn up people.
I've still got issues about that. I could go on forever, but they're still peeing me
please
off.
don't. But tappy carpets, what have they done to upset you so
Flipping
much?
tappy carpets. So you complained about them.
I told you,
not last
we had
week,
issues with them.
the one before the out and about one.
No, it was the out and about one.
Oh, was it? I haven't gone and brought anything for them. We just went in to have a look. Because obviously it's a carpet shop and I can actually look at a lot of carpets. And what's good about the carpet shops, particularly Tappy in that regard, is they have all the prices. So you can get a really good idea of how much the prices are.
I did like that.
Now, we walked in, the three of us. Nobody in the store. Not a single customer there. 2 blokes that worked there.
You know why, don't you?
Because I want to buy from them. I don't know.
Carpet crabs.
This is the same store that the carpet crabs was about.
Check the webpage, look up carpet crabs. You're not going to get dodgy picture. You'll get bad clip art picture, but you'll understand if you go and check the webpage.
Pictures, thank you. And they didn't greet us, didn't come over to, ignored us completely.
Nice.
I made eye contact with one of them a couple of times. Now, I didn't actually want to speak to them, but they felt like they made a point of making themselves busy so that they didn't have to talk to us. And I don't know why. I'm not an unapproachable person, nor certainly Miranda isn't an unapproachable person. He's drinking and and it's just, it was like your comment is like, you are unapproachable.
I was going to say, you're not unapproachable. I mean, the tattooed kind of "I hate you" on your forehead might make people feel a little bit off, but
yeah, the cut here tattoo across my throat and the
and
teardrop.
the fact that you constantly walk around with your cock hanging out really doesn't help.
I've got a great story about that.
What?
Miranda told me I have to get it on this show. Anyway, really quickly, because I want to tell you that story now. They ignored us, right? And we're walking around looking at carpet. We quite clearly want to buy a carpet, right? And then this other couple come in, an older couple, probably in their later 40s, because I'm not quite 40 yet, later 40s come in. Both of them, straight over. "Oh, how are you doing, sir? How are you doing, madam?"
How bizarre.
Both of them on. And I looked to Miranda, I was like, why have they not come up to us? Am I repelling them in some way?
My God.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you've gone in with the child as well. So it's not like they're going to be thinking, they've bought their child for a day out. And now that happens at Pets at Home. We call it the free zoo. I think I got that from Flight of the Conchords. How was the day? We took her to the free zoo. So we go to the free zoo every now and then, but it's not like you can do that in Tappy.
Yeah.
So they've got to assume you've come there to buy carpets. So I'm a little confused by that.
Yeah, me too. I didn't understand it. So I got, over the course of the time I was in, I got more and more annoyed. And we were in there for easily half an hour, properly looking. At no point did we get engaged with in any way.
How rubbish.
And I thought, I'm not going to go up to them because I don't actually want any help.
No.
But
it's about
acknowledge
feeling
my
like
existence.
a customer.
Yeah, acknowledge my existence and say, do you need help? So I can tell you I don't.
No, but also you don't know what offers they can offer as well. I know they've got it plastered everywhere, but what we found when we went in and we spoke to someone, we got our rough idea. We did what you did. We went in, we had a look around. They actually talked to us though. Then we battered them away and said, no, piss off politely.
Yeah.
But then we found what we found, and he said, look, let me just show you another one that's really similar to it. Okay, it is really similar. I can do 50% off that price because of a current deal we have going on that isn't on any of the posters.
Yeah.
So you kind of do need to talk to them when it comes to buying.
Yeah.
What dicks?
Yeah. Speaking of dicks, let me
Penis hanging out then.
squeeze this in really quickly. Hey.
Hey.
So, obviously we were out the Friday night. When did this happen? Yesterday, because I was... No, today. What are we talking about? Oh my God, I'm getting all of it because it didn't happen to me. It was what T said to Miranda. So it's today. I was late home from work today, so we haven't seen T since this morning.
Okay.
So late home from work. And Miranda was upstairs changing him, dirty nappy, cleaning him up. And it doesn't happen often, with your T. It doesn't happen often, little boys, we're boys. Happens to their private parts.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it happened not because Miranda was doing anything. It just happens. Any men out there know it just happens. And he started poking at it. And Miranda goes, don't do that. Don't play with that. And I later told her, don't engage with it. Just move his hands away. Don't say anything to it. Just move his hands away. Anyway, she engaged with it and said, don't play with it. Don't play with it. And he goes, it's big, isn't it? No, and she starts laughing, goes, it's big, isn't it, Mummy? And Mummy's like, yeah. And she goes, and then he goes to her, Daddy told me it's big.
Oh, okay.
And I start
that's the show
bursting out
cancelled.
with laughter. And we're both laughing on the sofa. We're laughing and laughing. And she's like, he told me you said that. And I went, I did. I said to her, I was in hysterics. I said to her, since the day he was born, I've been telling him that he has a big willy.
Oh, for fuck's sake, child. Oh, what are you
I'm sorry. He'll like this when he listens to it. He does. And I've been commenting on it to him since birth. And he's now 3 because it was his birthday the other day. And finally, that seed has come to fruition.
That corker has finally happened.
It's come to fruition.
Oh, Jesus, right. Before we get
cat is out the
cancelled,
bag.
we're going to have music. Welcome back to the show, where this time we have fully functional microphones. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm good. I'm a little bit emotionally tired. One of the reasons I was slightly late getting to you than I wanted because we were watching the second episode of Strange New Worlds.
Oh, yeah.
And I was actually quite emotional from it. It's the trial one.
Yes.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Star Trek doing legal properly.
It was good.
It is good. Right, so we're going to fly into this one. As always, we've got Do You Remember next. Then we've got our taste test, and we seem to have a shit ton of food today, which is really good fun. We've then got the Channel 84 Variety Nostalgic Kids Show Knockout with Group H. We're going to do a little bit of Trek and Sci-Fi chat because we've watched a shitload of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have a quick main chat where, if you remember, 2 or 3 episodes ago, we asked you for some words for Temu. Well, all of that turned up ridiculously quickly. In fact, I think it turned up within a week.
Yeah,
so,
very fast.
We've delayed that one somewhat, and then we'll have a chat about a few other subjects if we have time. So let's play a little bit of music, I guess, and have our little voiceover say about Do You Remember, and you can join us in a moment.
And now a change of pace with a trip into nostalgia as we play Do You Remember?
Do you remember the shit that I bought? Remember? Did you give it a thought? Remember? It's probably tat, that's all. Woo!
Hello and welcome to Do You Remember?
Woo! I don't know why I did that.
I just
still
got to
don't.
look at you with anticipation that you were going to get involved in some way.
Hey, kids.
So, as you all know, we bring items to show each other and hope that the other person hasn't recalled the item in the last year, but does actually recall it in some way.
Yeah, so they've got to recall it,
Yeah.
just not within the past year.
So you want to make it difficult, but not so difficult. You've got to get in that fine line, the sweet spot.
I agree.
Yeah, but what's the zone that planets have to be from the sun? Got a special name. That's what we're looking for. We want you to be a hospitable planet to get a point.
Yes.
That.
We don't want you to be the planet Spock landed on, the Genesis planet. We want you to be Earth.
But as you know,
The Goldilocks zone.
That's it. I went first last time.
So you're going first again, are you?
Now, who did actually go first?
You
on the
did.
walk? I did.
You did go, because I had to check it to do the
Would
call
you like
sheet.
to go?
I will go first. And I'm trying to decide how to hand this one over, because I could hand it over in 2 ways. One way, which I think actually might make you remember something because of tea.
It's going to hit me in the head.
And then the other way I could hand over the same object. I just think you may have thought about it. So I think I'm not going to get a point anyway, but I've run low on things, and it's going to have to be this anyway. So
Okay.
I'm just going to have a quick rummage while you talk.
A quick rummage. A quick rummage.
I present
Okay.
to you my Space Precinct play pack. And I was going to introduce it to you as, do you remember Dick Turtle Lucky Bags? Because that's the same sort of thing they used to do. And I thought, well, that doesn't come through. So my thought is Space Precinct. Do you remember Space Precinct? It was a Jerry Anderson show, so the bloke that made Thunderbirds. And it was a kids' TV show showed on BBC on, I think it was a Tuesday or a Thursday night, and it was basically Space Police on Earth.
I'm really looking at it. I don't recall any of it.
Oh no.
I don't think I know what this is.
Uh-oh. That's not good. I would have thought you would have known the show.
No, I don't know. I don't think I know what the show is.
Oh, it's amazing. It was full of loads of prosthetics and things like that.
It looks wicked. Just the pictures here look like I would watch it.
I bought the DVD for like $9.99 of the whole one series they did.
I mean, that's a scary looking dude there, though. I mean, this is skirting on the fine line of my puppet dislike. So I think maybe if I did see it, I might have been too scared of it.
Oh, that's true. Fair enough.
But I can tell you, I don't recognise these three characters, all the spaceship.
They kind of stole a little bit from Blade Runner, and a lot from various sci-fi stuff, I guess. The one that scared me, there was an episode where the bad guy is a cyborg, and it kind of reminded me, sort of anyway, of the Borg. And he's basically he's an assassin, and he's out to kill someone. And I think it was a 2-part episode even that they're after him, and it's just really good. But yeah, it was a kids space TV show. It was shown about 6 p.m, 7 p.m. on a Tuesday or a Thursday on BBC Two.
It's wonderful looking at these old things, and they put the years on. They reckon this is in 2040. You think we're going to have space stations and spaceships and aliens?
Well, that's what I love. So the police station is a space station above Earth.
This is 17 years away.
I know.
Not happening. You know, Demolition Man, we've already gone past Demolition.
Yeah, Demolition Man, we've gone past.
We've already gone
Loads
past
of stuff we've gone past.
Back to the Future, we've already gone past.
Yeah.
You know, what happened?
I can't believe I'm not getting a point
I'm
don't
going for you
remember
because
it.
this is a really cool looking thing, but I do not remember this at all.
Oh man!
Sorry, mate. I feel a bit sad for you, to be honest. I don't like it when you don't get a point.
No, it's absolutely fine. It's the way the game
bag is
goes.
not a toy. The bag is not a toy.
Oh, it's not part of the toy. Oh,
No.
that's shitty. Sorry, I should explain what people have got. So, yeah, my Do You Remember was Space Precinct, the TV show, but what I've given Rob was a big plastic bag, and it's a play pack. And you'll remember those. They're the sort of thing you get in a restaurant.
You get them still now.
You get a colouring book, some really crap crayons.
Sometimes you get stickers in them sometimes.
Yeah, stickers. Sometimes there's sweeties in them. The really one I remember, and I just can't get hold of one, was Dick Turtle Lucky Bags. They were a bright yellow bag, and they had some sweeties and what you would term cracker toys.
Yeah, they literally still sell those. They literally still
Do they
sell
still
them.
sell them?
Yeah, you can get them in the range.
Oh, I should buy one, and we can open it up. I'll get you the girls one. I'll have the boys one, and we'll open it up on a show and see what's inside them nowadays. But that's kind of what I've got there, and it's yeah,
It's wicked.
I thought it was rather cool.
Yeah, it is wicked.
In fact,
I'm sorry
I
that I don't remember it.
You get the. I'm guessing that's a comic, a
I was
fun
just
pad.
checking. There's a game pad, a colouring pad, and then I can't remember what the top one said.
Oh, colouring book.
Yeah.
So yeah, colouring book, gamepad, fun pad, some non-toxic wax crayons by
I don't know.
Grand Dreams.
Not sure I believe that, but look how old that is.
Yeah, licensed exclusively by Meritorn Films, Jerry Anderson. I couldn't even tell you what year that is, and I'm wondering if 1995.
Yeah, I was going to put it in closer
So
to the
it
80s.
was my first
than that.
year of secondary school, 95.
Yeah, I was going to put that closer to the 80s because just by the look of it.
By the look of it, yes, but the show was mid-90s.
So
So
it's 10.
that is probably 94, 95, I would imagine it first aired.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, no point
Sorry,
for me.
mate.
No,
Let me-
it's fine. It is what it is. Go on. Your turn.
So there's two here. There's one for you to open now, and one for Kay to
Alien eggs.
alien eggs. I'm glad you remembered it. So right, I want to say that person I brought that from screwed me over because they are not the official ones, but he advertised them as the official ones. Because the official ones, you can't see the alien inside the goo.
No, you couldn't.
You can't, and that's what he advertised them as. So when I got them, I was disappointed, but I mentioned it a couple of episodes ago that it hadn't turned up yet, and I just didn't want to have to deal with any of that. So
Oh, right,
that one's
okay.
for Kay to play with, and that one's for you to play with now.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm not going to unwrap it right now, but these sort of toys straight away remind me of Ectoplasm when I was growing up, and there
Yes.
was the real Ghostbusters toy, and you got the ghost inside the little
Yes,
vat of ectoplasm.
that was there
This
when
ju-
I was looking at this.
Yeah, but this is a little bit more jellified, I guess, isn't it? Because the
Yeah.
ectoplasm was goo, you could pour it.
Yeah.
This is much more of a kind of a jelly sort of slime. And yeah, there's 2 alien fetuses in there.
Yeah, so the
Not from Mexico.
the official ones, each egg only had one alien.
One
in,
alien,
and
and it
I'm
was
pretty
quite
sure
big.
you had to do something with it to get the alien to kind of like come out of it.
So I was just going to say, I remember being at school, these coming out and people saying, oh, no, the alien grows.
Yeah, and it was like,
And-
no, they're real aliens.
And
Like,
I'm sure that turned out just to be absolute bullshit.
yeah,
They
I'm
didn't
sure.
grow.
I think that's what I think. I'm remembering it incorrectly. I don't
But
think they did anything.
everyone swore that these aliens grew.
Or that something came out of their bellies. There was some really weird stuff
Yes.
that everyone had in their school about these alien eggs.
So for those of you that are obviously listening and can't see what I can see, I've got a plastic egg. Half of it is
a giant Kinder egg.
Yeah, it's a giant Kinder plastic egg. Half is opaque, the other half is transparent. Inside is some slime, very jelly-like slime, and 2 alien fetuses.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get a point.
Have you got one?
I've got one at work.
Have you? Oh,
yeah,
wicked.
I've got one at work that sat on my desk, and now it just sits in my locker.
Is it
and
the
I
real
was-
one?
It's one big alien in there,
Yeah,
but you can
I'd-
still see the alien though.
Oh, can you? Okay.
But I think these were just cheap knockoff because I don't think you can buy the original. Whoever
These
came
are
up with the
everywhere.
original,
Yeah.
I want to say it was something like Tow Bar. You know, the ones that came in
Grab the other one so I can have a good look.
that toy shop that always appears around Christmas, then disappears straight after Christmas. And I can't think of its name now.
Yeah, so there is no way near enough goo in there. There's like half the amount of goo there should be. In fact, this one looks like it's gone a bit firm, and I can see the aliens in there. I'm so convinced you couldn't properly see the alien in the goo last time.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I remember getting one for Christmas as well when these were really popular.
Yeah.
I got one in my stocking.
I remember taking one to school. Yeah.
Yeah, they were a hugely popular thing along with yo-yos.
Russell.
Yeah, Russell. Yeah, yo-yos, these. There were so many things of this era.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Made in China, I'm not surprised. 0 to 3 sad
who
onions.
does that surprise? No one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, 0 to 3 sad onions. Yeah, is that what you just said?
Yeah. Choking
Yeah,
hazard,
China.
small parts.
The aliens look like...
Staining risk.
The aliens look right, though. Oh, no, actually, no, they look... Oh, it's got a no. Actually, you know what?
The flat. I don't know about your one.
No,
My alien's
they've
got a
got
flat back of the
faces.
head.
No, these have got noses and, like, eyebrows. No, these are completely not how I remember looking.
I'll see if I can bring back the one at work if I remember to bring it back. I'm there next Wednesday, and I'll bring it back for the next recording session if I remember,
Or
so
send me
you
a
can see
photo.
what it looks like.
Yeah,
That's still very cool.
no point.
No point, nil le point,
No pro.
but still very cool.
Well, no points each. Oh. Well, here he is.
Is he going to be a? No, don't open the window yet. No, if he's going to be polite and he's not going to be rude, that's fine. He can come in. But if he speaks to us like he did the last time, I promised you I was going to take him to the judge. I will take him to the judge again.
Okay, let me just... Oh, in you come. Careful. Language. What have you got for us today? Don't throw it, you... Right, get out.
Well, at least he didn't swear at me this time, but he has thrown us something from Sam at the
Such
Killer
a
Rabbit
dickhead.
podcast
Not
again.
Sam. Pigeon. Fucking
Yeah,
dickhead.
Sam, you're not a dickhead.
You see him? Hey, look, he's out there with that...
I just nearly called him the Killer Pigeon. It's like, no,
He's
no.
out
it's-
there. He's getting shagged in the road.
Oh, God, it's the White Widow pigeon I told you about. He might end up dying at the end of this episode. Right, Sam sent us another idea the same day that he sent us his last idea. And I am disappointed to say, because I genuinely think you, I, Sam, are all probably either the same Facebook nostalgia groups or on the same TikTok algorithm, because
Yeah.
the day he sent it to me, my TikTok prior to him was just jam-packed with cereal toys. So what he sent us is UEFA 96,
Yep.
and they were a cereal toy, and inside them were
That was the one in France, right? 96?
Euro 96, not UEFA 96.
Euro 96 was in France, I believe.
That's it. They were
Someone correct me.
holograms. They were one of those ones that if you tilt left and right, you get a little bit of movement.
Yep.
I've forgotten what the type of art's called. It's really cool because you can get birthday cards like it and so on.
I just call them holograms. I just call them
And
hologram
rulers.
cards.
You used to always get a ruler at the zoo that could do it, or the Science
Yeah.
Museum. And it was clips from Euro 96. And
They've got great Harry Potter puzzles that are that hologram thing.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's very cool. But I'd literally seen it 24 hours before. Otherwise, you would have got a point.
Yeah, because I remember them, but not for a long time.
That's the other thing. You haven't seen them for ages. So, I'm very sorry, Sam, but nil point for you again.
Well done for getting it to Prison Pigeon to send it to us, though.
Yeah,
Well
I'm
done.
very impressed with that.
Surprised you convinced him.
Oh, he's off the road now. He's Prison Pigeon. He gave her he's given her taxi money.
Oh, that's
No, he's buying crack. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I can tell your parole officer.
Right, okay. Enough of Do You Remember? Let's have a sound effect.
Regularly dropping a log in the bath? Intense gaming session you don't want to break from? Bed too comfy to get up for the midnight run? Introducing the Turd Tunnel 3000, an invention from the future now. With its patented ring lock system, the Turd Tunnel 3000 allows you to extend your rectum up to 60 feet from your seated or reclined position. Clamp on, relax, and let those lumps of putrid filth roll to your toilet without staining the carpet. Turd Tunnel 3000, on sale now in your local Woolworths.
Get your taste buds ready for another tasting session with Tom and Rob. Delicious.
Yes, as the man said, delicious. It is the taste test time. And we have a lot. I have got Bar's Orangeade, because I've been watching Keenan and Kel, and Kel
Keelan and Kel.
loves orange soda.
Oh, God.
Although it turns out in the first season he loves ham, which I really don't remember. And then later on it suddenly becomes orange soda is his
I wonder
fanatic.
if they got told they had to change that for some sexually
Possibly.
explicit reason or something.
Possibly. But yeah, I also bought fake Jaffa cakes and real Jaffa cakes, and I need you to tell me which is which.
This would be interesting because I had real Jaffa cakes the other day.
Ooh.
Maybe a week ago.
Also, Karen messaged us after. Hi, Karen. Messaged us after the last episode, not the last episode, 2 episodes ago when we had the Jonah.
Mm-hmm.
And her words are, they are disgusting, dry, even when new, not a mark on a real Jaffa cake.
Oh, yeah, she X'd us on X, didn't she?
Exactly. Yeah. So we weren't wrong. So that's what I've brought to the table, expecting that to be all it is. But
because you told me to get the stuff.
Yeah, I know, and I completely forgot I told you to get stuff.
And I'm just going to reach down.
But it's fine, because I haven't had dinner. Om nom 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 nom.
Well, there goes my phone.
Oops.
I brought with me a bar as well, Raspberryade.
Nice, which I've never had, so I'm actually looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I also brought, to stick with the Caramac theme, I brought Cadbury Caramilk bars. There's actually 4 bars in
I'm
here.
very much looking forward to
So
tasting one of
that's
those.
a good one. And some what I'm excited about, I think you are too, KFC flavoured Lay's crisps. These are basically Walkers. Walkers and Lay's are essentially the same thing.
Yeah, so Lay's is the overall company, and if
Yeah.
you go to anywhere in Europe or America, it's Lay's. It seems to be the UK, it's just called Walkers.
It says KFC original recipe Geschmack. Geschmack.
Oh, so they're German.
Yeah.
Where did you get these from?
Probrit. Oh, I could read the whole thing. My German's not that bad.
Please don't.
Kunstbrigen Lay's Kartoffelchips treffen auf den originalen Geschmack von KFC. Wenn dein Lay's iconic restaurant flavours. That is in English.
Sehr gut.
I didn't know the German said iconic restaurant flavours in English.
No, I didn't either.
Who knew?
I am going to ask you to move your mic into your mouth because you
Sorry.
are moving a little way away from it. And
Sorry.
I just want our editing to go a little bit smoother.
Oh, yeah, look, they've actually stuck in English the ingredients and sticker.
Okay, yeah. Where did these come from?
Just the one stop where I've been going every time before I come.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but then again, all the American drinks that I've managed to buy comes from my newsagent, so fair enough.
They've got loads of like Indian snacks there too, so I nearly picked up some of those.
Oh, okay. Right.
I know what a lot of those taste
What
like,
are we
so-
starting with? Should we start with the savoury? So we might as well start with the crisps.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into the sweet stuff.
I'm just going to open it a little bit so I can get a smell of the bag, and then I'll pass you it. I won't squeeze the bag. Okay.
See,
Would you
my
like to have a little
thoughts,
sniff?
when I get back to the microphone... Don't sniff the microphone. People,
Yes,
people
you
will wonder
sniff
why
it.
I'm now sniffing the microphone instead, dumbass. Okay, I'm going to hand those back to you. I am going to say, before we even try them, because what I would really want is them to taste like KFC. What they're
not gonna
going
taste
to
like
taste
KFC.
like is going to be Walker's roast chicken
This is
flavour.
absolutely what I think. Because they
Because-
smell just like it.
Well, they don't. They have got the smell of it, but they've got the smell of the more posh ones Walker's did, which was the chicken and herbs.
Just going to put a whole load of them on my lap here.
Fair enough. And for all of you ASMR people that love listening to the sound of...
I hate that, and I
so
can't
do
believe I
and
do
can't
this. And
believe-
I
no,
hate that.
I really hate it.
I really like roast chicken flavoured
I
crisps,
do.
so I'm going to
One-
be in a pretty happy place here.
One of my favourite things, Aldi does a roast turkey based crisp at Christmas, and it's delicious, and I'm looking forward to that. So, bottoms up, here comes the
Here
KFC
comes the
crisp.
aeroplane.
Now, I'm going to talk in a moment. I just don't want dead air, really. Because dead air sucks.
It tastes like a roast chicken flavoured crisp.
That is just roast. I'm sorry. There is no KFC in there. That is absolutely standard Walker's roast chicken, which can you even buy anymore?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
I think
No,
it
you
still comes in the
probably-
multi-pack, but I
Yeah.
don't think you could buy a single pack of them anymore anywhere.
These taste identical in every way to
Ooh,
Walker's
wait,
roast crisp.
hang on. Wait for the aftertaste. There's and I'm talking slight now, a slight southern spice afterwards. That's no way a KFC crisp, but there is a slight
There's a
southern
peppery-
fried flavour afterwards, isn't there? There's something there, but it's more than you would have got with the roast chicken normally.
I don't know. I've had quite a few here now.
Iconic restaurant flavours. You're lying. But this is when we find out Germany doesn't or has never had Walker's roast chicken, so they've got away with it. That's what I kind of get from that. But
I like them. Because I like chicken flavoured crisp.
yeah, I do. But calling that KFC, I think, that's a 2-point lie.
Well,
And I'm only going because they're delicious, don't get me wrong, but they are not KFC. And for that reason, they are getting a 2-point lie. They are bottom because they are not what they're saying it is. That would be like you giving me a Jaffa cake and saying, here, eat this Jaffa cake, and it being a bourbon biscuit. That is not a Jaffa cake.
what is it they say about how many herbs and spices there are in a KFC?
11.
So
Why
I'm
do I
gonna-
know that so quick?
So I want to give this. I want to give it a 4-point secret recipe because
Yeah.
it's a nice flavoured crisp. These taste nice. I think that's a high 4.
Okay,
That's
fair
a good
enough.
range. But I'm gonna have to agree with you, and I'm gonna have to go with a 2.11 herbs and spices because it is just a.
It's a
just a
roast
chicken
chicken,
flavour crisp.
crisp.
I think the only difference I'd say is my tongue's a little bit feeling a bit hot from it, so there's
Well,
maybe a
that's what
bit
I
more
mean.
pepper
There's
in there.
that slight southern spicy. I think you're right.
I'll
It's
go
probably
read
been
them.
done with pepper
Yeah,
more than
that's it. It's just
anything.
pepper, I think.
But there's no other flavours that you would tie in with KFC on that at all.
I'm going to eat these because I like them.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
blame you.
moving the
Do
microphone.
not move that goddamn microphone.
So I'm Eli for the day. Yeah, I'm going to eat these because I like them, but in no way do I think they taste like a KFC. In
Agreed.
absolutely no way.
Absolutely agreed. And in fact, I might buy a bag of those and send them off to the cheap show boys so they can,
I can pick you up another bag.
so they can be
They
disappointed.
had another
by them.
one. It was actually wasn't written on that Subway.
There's one on the back.
I think
It's
they had
Subway
one. I think they had
teriyaki
one there. I
flavour.
think they had one that there. I'll go back and get.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But I would be interested if you had a bag of normal Walker's roast chicken, whether you could tell the difference between the two.
If they've got them, I'll see.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you want to go for? Okay, seeing we're doing
I
taste
could do
tests.
with a drink.
We'll do a drink then. Orangeade or raspberryade.
I want to try orange because I really like orange flavoured fizzy drinks.
Yeah, you see, my problem with all of these bar products is that they are all entirely sugar-free.
Oh, but yeah, I keep forgetting that you went on about these, but these are the new Panda things.
Yeah, well, Panda Pop used to be full of sugar. It's just they don't exist anymore. So this is the closest that
I'm
you
glad
can
you
get
gave me the
to.
pink one. I like the pink gloss.
Good, good.
Thank you.
These are the closest thing you can get to a Panda Pop.
Yep, smells good.
But there's just no. Okay, Rob's saying that smells good. Okay, I've given it a sniff. This smells like dissolvable vitamin C tablets that come in the orange flavour.
Yeah.
That is the smell.
And those chewable orange flavoured vitamin tablets.
Yeah,
All those things. I love them. I like the taste of those.
Oh no.
What a shame. It
There's no
tastes so
flavour.
disappointing because the smell tastes
The
really
smell
nice.
was exactly like a vitamin C tablet, which is delicious. Or for those of you that were as bad as I were, remember those dextrose tablets you can buy, the orange flavoured ones?
Yep.
They're delicious.
This tastes like a really watered down orange flavoured fizzy
Yeah,
drink.
that is it. It's
so
watered down.
bland.
It's fizzy water, and you've gone to your friend's house whose mum thinks that she's got to only use a pipette's worth of juice rather than quarter of a
I'll
cup.
tell you what it is, TJ. It's a soda stream they haven't put enough stuff in.
Yes,
That's what this tastes like.
that is, and only because of the smell, a 3-point letdown.
Yeah, it's a 3-point zest.
A 3, nice, a zesty mess.
Zesty mesty. Yeah, it's smelled way better than it tasted. You think, by the smell, I thought I was like, oh, I might have to drink a whole can, but no.
No, I will drink the whole of that because I'm not going to waste it.
Yeah.
But, and it's not like it's like an Orangina where you've got to shake it first. It's in a can. It's a fizzy drink. Remember the old Orangina one? You used to get the glass bottle.
Still sell that.
It was such a nice bottle as well.
Still sell
And you had to shake it up, otherwise you got all the bits in it.
Yep.
Brilliant. Right, go on. We're doing drinks. We might as well. You've got your cup. Crack open the raspberryade, and let's see if this is as. Oh, good God! He's tapping the top. You
I always
don't.
tap the top. I always do it. Just do it.
Now, what colour is this going to be? Because I don't know. And again, if you listen to Cheap Show, they've gone on about it before. There seems to be this whole blue raz flavour, which is meant to be raspberry, and it's just called blue raz. Well, this is a pink drink.
I call blue raspberry bubble gum. I thought that's what blue raspberry
Oh,
was.
is that
Was
what
basically just bubble gum flavour.
Oh, really?
That's what I thought it was. Someone correct me.
Whoa.
Old and new bananas.
I can smell this from here.
Holy baloney, that is strong. That smells like fizzy Vinto.
Yeah, I have the cup maybe half a metre away from my face, and I can smell that from here. It's not an unpleasant smell. That smells
Really
perfect of a raspberry.
It does.
There is no way that doesn't smell of anything. That just smells like a raspberry. So that's quite an impressive feat already.
It's making me burp.
And it's
So bland.
it's more flavour than the orange. I've got to say that. There's definitely more flavour than the orange.
You have to really get it all over your tongue.
Yeah, you've got it, roof of your mouth, tongue, cheeks, you get the flavour.
Yeah, it's
It's very chemically.
I don't really know what to say. We're getting a lot of silence here. I don't really know what to say about it. I'm so disappointed by it.
Yeah.
Genuinely disappointed by it.
I'm going to say it's a 3-point letdown. It's got more flavour, but it's got a much more chemical aftertaste. The only thing I think that might elevate it above the Orangeade is the smell, but otherwise, just because it's got more flavour hasn't made it any better. I'm sorry to say that's a letdown. Maybe a 3-point. I actually don't know. I'm going to leave it as a 3-point letdown.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 3-point.
Bland. Very,
Bland,
very
yeah,
bland.
I'm going to call it 3-point bland. That's why.
Nice.
That is a 3-point bland.
There we go.
Yeah, don't want any more of that. It's a good job I've got something else with me.
Oh, yes, you've got your lilt with you
I
for
just
you,
got
haven't
something-
you?
So, yeah, I've got a can of lilt. I'm
Very
gonna save
nice.
that for after the taste test.
Okay, so we've still got the caramel bars, but I'm now going to make you eat Jaffa cakes.
What's the game called?
Oh, no, there's no game this time. I'm not...
Who wants to be a Jaffa Cake
cannot
care?
keep on finding new sound effects. Please, no more games. We have gone from just chatting as a podcast to having how many things going on in an episode now? No more, Rob. No more. It is just the taste test. Which are you going to eat first?
Can we
Yellow
insert my
or
theme
pink?
tune that I made here? There's the tune.
What theme tune?
The Papers and Pigeon theme tune that I made.
Oh, God. No.
That could be the theme tune for this Jaffa Cake quiz.
If I can find it and work out how, we will. Right, I'm going to throw one at you because I can't be bothered to reach. So there you go. Eat that one. And tell us, what do you think?
Should I go by looks alone?
You can do, yes.
I think this might be the Sainsbury's one.
Right, okay. Well, I'm going to keep my poker face going because I don't want you to guess at all. I want you to be either upset that you got it completely wrong or jubilant because you got it absolutely
Yeah,
right.
it tastes great.
And all Jaffa cakes do.
Jaffa Cakes are fantastic.
Okay, here comes the pink one. I should say pink bowl
Oh, no.
one.
Now I'm thinking this is the Sainsbury's one.
Oh, well, you need to make your mind up.
Oh, they're all Sainsbury's ones.
I wouldn't have done that to you. I mean, the only one that you would have absolutely known which one's the supermarket is the Marks and Spencer's ones because they're rectangular. And I've got to say, actually, Marks and Sparks do a extraordinarily nice Jaffa cake.
This is the Sainsbury's one.
Right, okay. You are you sure?
That's what I'm going to lock it in, please, Chris.
So, you are absolutely 100% right.
Yeah.
You are right, annoyingly. Yeah, the pink bowl, the second one you had was the Tesco's own brand,
Oh, Tesco's.
which was like 90p, and I got 24. And then the ones that you first had were the £1.45 for 8 of them or 10 of them, traditional McVitie's Jaffa cake.
They are indistinguishable in taste, distinguishable by texture alone.
It's the cakiness, isn't it?
The Tesco's one,
Is more chewy.
and also has a bite to the edge of it.
Oh,
That's what I noticed. Whereas the Jaffa cake, if I hadn't had Jaffa cakes the other day,
Yeah.
I probably might not. I would have got that wrong probably. But the Jaffa cakes are the texture.
Pardon me.
So gross.
I know, but I do it every
The
time.
texture
There.
of the spongy thing is the same across the entire cakey biscuit thing.
Yeah.
The Tesco's one is not consistently spongy cakey.
I'll tell you, talking about Jaffa cakes, just for one moment, have they, or have you recently had this happen to you? Now, I remember this happening to me as a child quite often, where you'd get a pack of Jaffa cakes, and it would be a McVitie's pack, and you bit into them, and I'm guessing the packaging must have had a small hole in or something, because the cake had gone crispy instead. It wasn't nice, soft and chewy. Instead, it was kind of a crispiness. No?
I'm shaking my head.
Oh.
For all those
Just me, then.
people watching, just you, I'm afraid.
Buying knockoff Jaffa cakes from
Yeah.
the back of vans that tempted me in with free
This
sweeties.
Ramesh in the shop, they go, oh, I did TJ Tom, you like
Oh,
this
no,
one?"
no, it was the post office. And I've got a story about that.
That'd be Raj doing it to you then.
Wow.
And Raj would be like, Raj, what's that Raj's husband
My-
called? Alan. Raj or Alan will be there going, got something around the back for you, Tom.
Wow.
I'll put it
Little
inside your
story
VHS
for
case."
you.
Go on.
My brother Owen was sent down. We had guests coming over. Mm-hmm. And my mum said, oh, Rowan, go down to the post office
Happy
because
shopper.
I think newsagent wasn't open.
Would
So
have been a happy
Ramesh wasn't
shopper back
open.
then.
Yeah. Go and buy a packet of Jaffa cakes because we've got guests coming over. Came back, we opened it up, and they had been half eaten.
No.
Yep. They had been half eaten. Ronan insists it wasn't him, and I do believe him. As much as if it had been me, I would have eaten half on the way home. Yeah, they'd been half eaten by someone in the shop.
Wow.
Right, well, there's only one thing left to taste then. Oh, should we score those?
Well, they're just nice.
They're just top tier, aren't they? So 6 point whatever, 6.4.
Half moon.
6 point total eclipse. Right, so Rob is now opening up the Caramilk bars.
Ooh,
having a whole one each.
Bars,
hello. Whoa, you spoil me. Opening it up, it just looks like a Caramac in that new horrible design.
The new design.
I don't like the new design. I liked the old chunks.
Yeah, I like the old chunks.
These are just smooth, small, and...
Smells like Caramac.
It smells like Caramac.
Well, actually, you know what? It's got a slightly reddy, pinky tinge to its Caramac-y look.
That's just Caramac.
It's just a version of it, isn't it?
I think the thing I like about it, and sorry about all the saliva that's pouring out my mouth at the moment. I think the thing that I like about it is it's chunky, and that's what I don't like about Caramacs normally. They're that thin, crispy chocolate bar, aren't they? Because they're really thin.
I can't eat it.
No?
That instantly hurt my throat.
Oh.
That's so strong. I need to have a drink, sorry.
Oh no, you're going to have to drink more dodgy raspberry aid. Oh dear. So I would put that at probably a 4 point. Let me have a think here. A 4 point nice if that's my only option.
The taste's nice, but I don't know why I have some weird aversion to this white chocolate stuff.
Well, no one's ever come forward and told us what that could be. So again, Twitter people, come forward. Tell us, why does Rob get a sore throat when he has white chocolate?
I'm going to give, because of that reason, I've got to give it a 2 point doctor's appointment.
I'd love it if you went to the doctor and recorded yourself in the doctor. Doctor, why do I get a sore throat when I've got white chocolate in my mouth?
Joke. Or you pull your trousers down and let me have a look.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you went there. I didn't. Okay. That, I think, is the end of the taste test, unless there's anything else you
I am one of those people that when they taste coriander, it tastes like metal to me.
I've never heard of that.
I can taste coriander a mile off in anything.
So you must be from around kind of Indian
I know
food.
it's in there. A lot of the Indian spices can overpower it, but usually I can tell it's in there. But if somebody put it in their food, like a normal person cooking it, I'd know.
Oh, right.
It's a thing that some people have got. It's like a genetic thing. There's loads of us all wondering why we don't like certain foods, but it's because we all don't like... People say it tastes like washing up liquid. That's what people say it tastes like.
Oh.
Cilantro to all those people out there who are not...
Oh, so the American audience.
Yeah.
Very quickly, Reddit to the rescue.
Yeah, go on.
Why does eating white chocolate burn my throat?
Go on. Am I allergic to it?
Food scientist that works with chocolate here, it's the sugar.
Dun dun dun.
And then someone else, chocolatier, who works with chocolate here. It is indeed the sugar. And then follow that with guy who ate chocolate once here. Pretty sure it's the sugar.
It's got to be more than that. I have sugar in
It's
everything.
apparently it's the high sugar content of that white chocolate that causes it.
So, yeah, but I'm drinking normal Cokes recently. I'm getting a sore throat from normal Coke. There's so much sugar in a normal Coke.
Yeah, but look, a chocolatier and a food scientist.
On Reddit.
Yeah, they're the most credible sources.
Okay.
I mean, just because they might believe the Earth is flat and that 5G is going to kill us, it's...
When would you guess the best before date was on this? I brought this on my way here.
Yeah, from a one stop, so I'm going to say last year.
29th of the 7th, 2023.
Oh, so they're past the best before then?
Yeah, I brought it today.
Nice.
Best before. Yeah.
Oh, at least it's only best before, not used by.
Yeah, not used by, best before.
Oh,
Funny. They're blinking past their best before date.
what an arsehole. Go and complain.
I should do.
And while you complain, we'll have some sound effects.
And now, on the Channel 84 variety show for our older viewers, join us as we go into another episode of the Channel 84 Nostalgic Kids Show Knockout.
Because Rob always laughs, it's the Channel 84 Variety Nostalgic Kids Show Knockout.
I got a big smile on my face.
last episode, for fuck's sake, was Group G. Shoe People beat Penny Crayon, and Pinky and the Brain beat Batman the Animated Series. We've come on to Group H. And Group H was the Animaniacs versus the Raggy Dolls, and then Dogtanian versus the Demon Headmaster. Now, I'll ask the first question that we always ask. Do you remember all four of those shows?
I remember all four, and each one is very easy to answer for me this week. There's no competition in both groups.
Oh.
Yeah, no
well, I always talk on this one. Like you always go first and do you remember? I always talk on this one.
The reason I always say for you, like you going first, because you remember the minutiae of all these programs so brilliantly, whereas I remember the program, but I have to look it up.
Yeah, but this is the problem. My brain is full of useless information that will never benefit this world.
It's benefiting this podcast marvellously, darling. Well,
darling, thank you very much.
It's not useless. It's just useful in a different way.
I could, if someone did the world's shittest pub quiz, I'd probably win.
You used to host them. You can't win them when you host them all.
Let's not go into that. Right, go on. Look, Group H, Animaniacs, Raggy Dolls. Walk me through it.
I hated Raggy Dolls.
Well, that's because you're a prick, isn't it?
1986. Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah, it was 1986.
God, I'm trying to remember the intro music for it.
Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls.
Yeah, I remember liking...
Those like you and me. Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls.
Yeah, I
doing crack behind the
I
scenery.
remember I would listen to the intro, but I didn't like the show.
See, I loved the intro, and I quite liked the show.
Yeah, I didn't like the show.
I quite like the show. I'm not going to lie. Oh, shut up, Siri.
Technology again. You haven't heard old Bruce Almighty.
I turned him off.
Okay.
I turned off Chris specifically so we didn't have that comment.
Okay.
I got ahead of the game. See, I like the Raggy Dolls. I like Animaniacs. I'm guessing the fact that you hated Raggy Dolls means Animaniacs wins it for you.
It's time for Animaniacs. And there's Zany to the max. Just sit back and relax. And it's something like baloney in your slacks or something.
Something like that.
I really liked Animaniacs. It was very, I use this term like Americanized. It's very American.
Well, it was purely American.
And I actually quite enjoyed it.
So this is, again, this is actually difficult for me compared to it being easy for you. I enjoyed the Raggy Dolls, and I still think it's really nice programming to this day. Animaniacs, I used to enjoy watching, but if it wasn't my kind of favourite characters, because as like we chatted about in the last episode, Animaniacs was this kind of a variety show like we are. So you had the main Animaniac story, but then you might have a story from Elvira, or you might have a story from Pinky and the Brain, or so on and so on and so on. And the characters like Elvira, I just didn't like. So I would, partially for me, I'm actually going to say I would prefer Raggy Dolls. So that does mean...
Oh, it's nice to know, yeah. On we go. Raggy Dolls is into the next stage. We might as well just don't even bother. Just move on.
I don't think so, somehow. I genuinely don't think so.
Have you looked at the results?
No, I'm just looking now. So Animaniacs is through to the next round with 86% of the votes, whereas
I cannot believe that.
Raggy Dolls only had 14%. Of the 14 people that voted, Animaniacs stormed that one, I'm afraid. It properly curb stomped the Raggy Dolls. It left them in a worse state than they were from that shitty factory, and they're still never going to be taken home by another child.
It's a shame, because Raggy Dolls would have probably won against somebody else. And, you know, I'm saying that I don't like Raggy Dolls, but I can see why someone does. And, yeah, I'm saying I do like the intro. But it went against Animaniacs, which is a good show.
Yeah, no, I absolutely. You're right.
I'm afraid the Raggy Dolls is in the reject bin.
It is in the reject bin. Well done. Okay, take us through the next round then. Dogtanian and Demon Headmaster.
Dogtanian and Demon Headmaster. We've spoken about Demon Headmaster.
And
at
the
least
amazing acting.
one, and they're fantastic acting because the Demon Headmaster passed away fairly recently, didn't he? The actor,
He did, yes.
Which is a shame. Dogtanian. I did watch Dogtanian. 1981.
That was the
believe it or
theme
not.
tune, wasn't it?
Say again.
The theme tune to Dogtanian.
Do it again. I didn't hear you.
You know what? I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to just dig it out on YouTube while we're here.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of like it's an animal version of Albert the Fifth Musketeer. It's that kind of thing, isn't it?
That's exactly what it was, and it was recently re-released in a CGI glory.
I'm looking at it now. Yeah, there's a CGI dog here. It's Dogtanian and the Musket Hounds is the...
That's the Musket Hounds, it should have been. If this doesn't deafen... Oh, wow, this is...
Just like a load of rain. Are you watching an advert?
Oh, yeah, so far it's just... Oh, God, it was shit.
It's just all these things. They make me smile so much, all these old shows.
It does me. It does me in every single way.
But it ain't going to win because the Demon Headmaster is top tier children's television.
Really?
Top tier children's television.
Yeah, you know, you're right. Even though the acting was crap, I remember looking forward every week to seeing the next bit of the Demon Headmaster. His green glowing eyes scaring me somewhat.
He was scary. And I'm so sure that the Demon Headmaster was the first television show in my life that I ever was like, I need to watch the next one next week. I have to watch the next one. We've got to record it. If I'm not going to be home for something, I've got to record the I cannot miss it. And everyone talked about it.
Yeah.
Everyone loved it. And I remember, I think it was season 2, where it was then a computer program.
Yes.
Do you remember? And it was the octopus.
That was it, yes.
I remember that really distinctly as well. Scary stuff.
I'm glad you went with Demon Headmaster because, honestly, as bad as the acting was, I'm going full on Demon Headmaster because it
television.
Was possibly one of the first times, like you're saying, I got into a series of something other than Grange Hill or Biker Grove.
But you could miss an episode of those and not be too off.
Yeah, true.
Because they went on and on like EastEnders and stuff, didn't they? Were like long things.
An ongoing story could cover
Demon
an entire
Headmaster
series.
Was like a few episodes. I'm going to try and figure out how many. Probably says online how many.
It was probably
episodes.
6 episodes per
That's what
series.
I'm thinking. It's probably something like that.
Probably
3 seasons of it, which I
Yes.
did know. Let's have a look. IMDb. I do kind of remember the 3rd season not being as quality. Yeah, 19 episodes in total.
Oh, 19. So we're not far off then. 6, 6, and 7. One thing, I'm just looking at pictures of the Dogtanian and the Musket Hounds now, and what it reminds me of. Do you remember the Moomins cartoon?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
It's the same animation style.
Yeah.
It's that era of animation again. Well, we went against our public, I'm afraid.
2019 Demon Headmaster.
Did they redo
They
it?
did another one.
Oh, we might have to find that and just see if they improved the acting or not.
Don't know. Looking that picture up. What? Hang on. They didn't go for the Demon Headmaster.
No, they all went for Dogtanian and the
Every
Musket
one of
Hounds.
them?
No, 67%. So
that's
2/3.
close. Okay, that's actually 67. So it's close.
Not really. It's 2/3 versus 33% went for the Demon Headmaster.
But kind of, say only like 10 people voted there. It's only like a 2-person.
Well,
difference.
12 people, 8 people versus 4 people.
Yeah. Okay.
So
maybe it's double then, isn't it? I'm talking shit. Well, I'm sorry, you're wrong. It doesn't matter anyway because we win.
yeah, well, Demon Headmaster goes
so
through.
I would have been more upset by Demon Headmaster not going through than I am for Pokemon not going through.
Interesting. Well, I can tell you now as well, because obviously by the next episode you're going to be hearing Group High, and that's already up for voting. So jump onto Twitter. Literally, someone's just voted in front of my eyes on that.
Okay.
The next round is Dinosaurs versus Danger Mouse.
Oh, both of those are
and
great.
Trapdoor versus Rainbow.
Oh, this is going to be horrible.
It's
I like
a
all
horrible,
4 of those
horrible
are
one.
So good.
you need
Every
to get-
one of those would win against somebody else.
Yeah, so you're going to have a good think about that one.
Don't
But,
you open that trapdoor.
There's something down there. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da.
I watch that on YouTube sometimes.
It's
Oh god, that's good. Okay, that's for next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, right. So, Animaniacs, Demon Headmaster, well done. You're through to the very long-winded knockout that's going on.
Yeah.
And Raggy Dolls, which would be Raggy Dolls or Dogtanian if they were up against each other? Raggy Dolls.
I think Raggy Dolls. I think I probably would say Raggy Dolls because I just didn't really watch Dogtanian.
I didn't enjoy Albert the Fifth Musketeer. It was newer. It had a slightly more fun animation style.
Great intro.
I
Intro.
hated the intro song to Dogtanian, by the way.
Yeah, I think it was a funny one. It made me smile.
It made me smile, but I hated it. I remember not liking it as a kid.
If you compare it to Albert had a fantastic intro.
But I tell you what, there is one intro that we still haven't talked about yet, and don't get me wrong, the Grange Hill one is amazing. The Biker Grove one was, actually no, the Biker Grove one was crap. The Grange Hill one is still top tier. We haven't got to, and we will be getting to at some point, Maid Marian, and that had a theme song.
Yeah. Wow, I've not thought about that in a long time. I liked that show too.
Oh, I loved it. Danny John Jules as well.
Oh, good TV pro.
Okay, let's get on to our sci-fi chat, so back in a moment.
Podcasts, there are thousands of them. These are the Star Trek thoughts of Rob and Tom. Their mission to review all things Trek, seek out new sci-fi, and generally talk crap to boldly go where plenty of other podcasts have gone before.
So you've actually watched some Trek?
I've watched some Star Trek.
Winning, well done.
Yeah, really good. We finished that other annoying spy program, whatever it was called.
It's so good that you don't care.
Had the King in the North in it. You know what? I can't even remember what it was called, but it was all right. It got a little bit kind of confusing because I just wanted to watch some Star Trek.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? When you're not fully invested in a show and you know there's something else you want to watch, it ruins the show that you're not fully invested in, and I don't think you can be fair sometimes.
I think Miranda wanted to watch Star Trek too, but she was like, "We've got to finish this, else we'll never finish it." And it was only like one episode, but because neither of us have got any time at the moment, you're like watching like 10 minutes of an hour-long episode, and you're watching once every 2 days or something, so you're just not getting through them.
No,
and then
fair
we watch
enough.
Star Trek, boom, watch the whole episode, and then today before we come out, boom, watch another episode.
Right, so hang on. So you've watched Strange New Worlds and you've watched Lower Decks episode 2.
2 episodes of Strange New Worlds and the second episode now of the Lower Decks season 4.
So I've watched season 4, 2 and 3 of Lower Decks.
I didn't know a third was out yet, so that's why I haven't watched it. Okay.
And I've done all of Strange New Worlds. So which do you want to talk
all out?
Yeah, Strange New Worlds finished ages ago.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Well, I literally watched Strange New Worlds just now, so we talked that why it's fresh in my mind.
Yeah, go for it. Go on. It's episode 1 then. I'm just going to check with Paramount now just to make sure I haven't actually... Yeah, no, I have, because episode 10 is the last episode of Strange New Worlds.
So episode 1, Spock's in charge of the Enterprise. Bloody brilliant.
It's so awkward.
Yeah, it's so great. What has he said? I'd like the ship to go.
Yeah, I've just got Spock really is all kinds of special with his warp command.
Yeah. And it's so funny that
I
come
would
out
like
with
the Enterprise to go now.
Yeah, with that short Trek that came out today. Can that come out today? That one I sent you.
We'll talk about those in a minute.
But it's just funny that one come out at not far long after I just watched the first episode. So yeah, it's all about Pike is it the episode where Pike's going off to get the lawyer?
So Pike is off to go and get the lawyer, and they steal the Enterprise.
Yeah, and they steal the Enterprise to go to.
And we get Klingons.
Security lane. We get Klingons looking like Klingons.
Klingons looking like TNG Klingons. So I don't know if you like that or not. I prefer these style of Klingons, and I think they've done it really good justice. That they've kind of taken the makeup from the TNG era and made it a bit better.
Yeah, these are.
I never liked the Discovery Klingons. I'm not going to lie. I've never liked them.
It was too much. And yeah, and then the original series where they just like people, that was just because of budget.
Yeah, pretty much.
The same reason why I think Vulcans and Romulans are the same is because of budget. Don't care what they say.
Yeah. I've got, oh shit, son, drug time. There's a comment on there. And I'm sorry, I'm fully introducing this to my lexicon now I've just made it up because purely when M'Banga and Chapel basically say, are you sure you want to do this? And they basically demolish the Klingon crew.
So what was that drug? Was it in another episode?
I think it must have been, but I couldn't remember.
I don't recall it, but she's talking to him like it was something. He must have used it
Or
all
is
the
it from
time
his
in the war.
past?
I
I was
think he
gonna say
used
it's
it in
from
the
his past in the
Klingon war,
war.
right? I think he used it all the time, and it slows down their perception of time, right?
So basically, I've put going to go Mbenga and Chapel on your ass.
Yeah.
And that's
They go
full stop what it's
Mbenga,
going to be.
yeah.
It's like, he's going to go Mbenga, isn't he? He's
Yeah.
going to go full Mbenga.
He's gone full on Benga. But he was a badass. She was too. She's fucking hot anyway. But she was proper beating the crap out of everybody again. He's just so cool. I was watching, I was going to, I was like, this dude could be Blade.
Yeah.
I know they've already got a new Blade, but I was just looking at him going, this guy could play a really good Blade.
I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Klingons are building a starship
Yeah.
to basically fake a Federation attack.
I don't normally. I called it too. I
Oh,
don't know
did
how
you?
I just kind of called that. As soon as they started going on about something, it's like, I think they're building some kind of spaceship or something. Like some reason, I never call anything in TV shows. I'm so oblivious to it.
Thinking about what you know about Klingons and what you know about Klingon ships and things like that, do you really think the Klingons' work practice would include laying out plastic sheeting everywhere so that the walls, the carpet, the comm panels and everything else doesn't get damaged? And bearing in mind they're planning on making a ship just to fly up there, fire off a few times, and then they're going to blast it out the sky. Why have they rebuilt it faithfully, the entire internals of it?
Okay, so there's two things about it that don't quite line up, but they needed to do it for because they wanted the Klingons there. So it was Klingons and humans together who didn't like the peace treaty. They were two groups, but the reason why it falls down in this part is because they're releasing the ship in the Klingon turn.
Yes.
Well, they shouldn't. They should do it on the human turn because then the ship would be manned by more humans of their rebels. Although, actually, no, that's probably a lie, because if it's the Klingons and the humans are living on the planet anyway, then actually it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter, though. That's the point. All they needed was they needed a ship to show, for people to see, a Federation ship attack and destroy
that's
Klingon territory.
That's just fixed my own issue, because I was thinking...
But that's my point.
Because you want it to be full of dead humans, but no, you want it to attack a Klingon while the Klingons are supposed to be governing the area. That's why you make it look like a human ship. And then, yes, it does make sense. So I was talking BS.
But I guess kind of the only reason that then they've gone to the efforts of making it exactly right inside was because if the Federation come and investigate and they pick up the wreckage, they can go, oh, yeah, look, that's a medi bed there. And, oh, yeah, that's part of the hull there. So I'm guessing they had to do it for that. But it kind of just felt a bit weird that, as a building site goes, they're being really careful about everything. So, like, the comm panels have got the plastic draped over it, and almost like it's like in a factory building this from new, and they don't want to scratch it for its new owner. It just felt a little bit odd, I think. But I still think it was very cool. I loved the idea of the episode.
Yeah, and the way they're kind of elaborating on Spock's character more and the parts of his emotion and stuff. I kind of want this to have no relation to the Spock from the original series, because I want him to get with the nurse. But he doesn't in the timeline of him. He doesn't get with anybody else.
I think what we'll see is we will see a conclusion to that at some point, which will then tie in with the original series version of Spock.
Because isn't he still
know.
married to that woman in the original series? Isn't that his wife in the original series?
I actually don't think he has a wife in the original series.
He did, maybe.
Oh, possibly. I've got written down here. Spock makes things so uncomfortable with how bad his social norms are.
Yeah,
and it's just how he makes everyone feel really awkward.
Cool. I really like him.
How he's being portrayed is perfect.
Yeah.
I really love it. You really get the feeling of he is becoming the Spock that we're going to know, but at the moment he's still in that. I'm still trying to be super Vulcan and not accept my human side, which, again, you still get in the TOS side of things, but eventually you kind of get to the TOS style movies where he accepts that human part as well. And anyway.
Yeah.
But, okay, so that was episode 1. Not much Pike in it, not much sexy man, and goddamn, he is sexy.
God, his hair in episode 2 is absolutely just luxurious and beautiful.
I would kill to have hair like his.
As soon as I
would go grey to have hair like his.
There was this just scene with him, and I just went to myself, God, his hair is beautiful. Wish I had hair like that. Absolutely amazing.
I'm so making this the audio clip for the episode.
I've such a man crush for his hair. Just his hair.
Oh, I've got full
He's
man
a good
crush on
looking chap
him, mate.
anyway.
Full stop.
His hair. Ugh. Ugh.
But not in Discovery, because in Discovery it's pretty. There were people chatting about it behind us in Lower Decks. It's somewhere up towards the sea.
I told guys, oh, this is pre-quiff.
Yes,
That's what they said, didn't they? It's pre-quiff.
Brilliant.
I just thought it was funny how other people because I don't know. You and I have talked about it. A little bit. So I didn't realise everyone else was. It was just a thing that you and I liked.
No.
Didn't realise it was a thing.
The whole world is talking about Pike's
what a
hair.
hairstyle! I love it.
Okay, episode 2 then, because we have got things to talk about.
It's all about his hair. Episode 2.
There will probably be an episode at some point where they'll cut his hair off.
Lower Decks should mention it.
I'm not going to say anything.
Well, they make a comment.
I'm not going to say anything because there's
I have not seen that episode yet.
When you get to the Strange New Worlds crossover episode, you'll be there. Okay, so episode 2 is the politics one. So I've got Star Trek politics done how it should be.
Yep.
And it feels just like episodes from TNG, like the Drumhead, which is when they think there's a saboteur on board.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the Data's Life episode.
One of my favourite episodes, Data's Life. One of my favourites.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant episode. I was glued to it.
I was really emotional by the end of it. That makes me sound really sad, but I was generally didn't know if I wanted to just cry with sadness or happiness, or I just really felt for that character. She just was
absolutely.
Yeah, and I just thought, yeah, you wanker fucking Federation bastards.
And the Illyrian lawyer they've got as well.
Yeah.
Just not just how it was written and the whole content that's being given for them, but the actress that portrayed her.
She did a great job.
Was just full on. I am getting right behind you on this because I don't know what you're doing, but on screen you are fire.
She's killing it. When she was doing her closing speech, I think there was 2 or 3 moments I thought she could have ended it. And then she kept talking, and I was like, oh, gosh, she's going to ruin her own speech. Oh, no, she's doing it again. She's going again.
That's what I've got at the very bottom. Asylum plea. Boom!
Yeah. So good.
It was really, really, really good.
I think I said that every time we spoke about Strange New Worlds last time, and I remember going, so good, so good. It really is. So good.
The teams they've got involved in Strange New World and Lower Decks right now are just smashing it in so many ways, and it's just making me so happy. What other notes have I got on this episode? Spock yet again being well written for, and his outburst.
Oh yeah, that was good, wasn't it? And because it was really funny when they're so Spock is having a conversation with the other Vulcan lawyer on the Federation side,
the
prosecution side, and then it's got Mbanga. Could you say his name? Mbenga and the pilot are sat there, and she's pretending that they're mocking them like they're friends, and he's like,
I love her.
Yeah, I love her too. And he's like, can you not tell that they clearly hate each other? And then it pans to them, and there's nothing happening. They're like 2 completely stoic, back-straighted individuals just talking. And then Spock stands up and walks to them, and he's like, I'm really sorry that you had to. I'm really sorry for my outburst. It's like, what?
They're just absolutely wonderful.
Sorry, I had to see that.
That really tickled me.
Yeah, I laughed at that. I enjoyed it.
Okay, right. Lower Decks then. The first episode, we agree, is possibly the greatest thing that Lower Decks has ever done out of all the series so far.
And we were worried by that a little bit, because we were worried that it would not match up to the next episode after.
Is your worried allayed at all?
Episode 2 was not as good as episode 1. Because episode 1 was so good. Brilliant. But I really enjoyed episode 2 too.
Absolutely. I'd quite like a Moopsie.
Yeah, even though it sucks your bones.
Yeah. Suck your bone. How does it do that?
Oopsie.
Oh,
Oopsie.
you're a tree. Calcified.
It was very funny.
It was a really weird episode. And again, I like the fact that Marin has got this chip on her shoulder, so anything nice that anyone is doing must be horrible. And I like the fact that also they throw her under the bus in this episode by making it like, no, you are to blame for all of this. And rather than her coming up with that clever, quick retort that you normally get with Mariner, that complete, shit, I do.
Yeah.
I am totally to blame for where I am.
Yeah. Because that happens in episode 1 as well, right? They're blaming her for the reporter having all the information.
In series 3,
it was season 3, it was everyone else's fault.
It's everyone else, and she's just, I love it here. I love the crew. I love the captain. You couldn't ask for a better place.
It's because she's, in private, she is growing as a character privately. But outwardly, she's still being really harsh to everybody. So she's got growth, but only keeping it to herself.
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
is quite fun. Which is funny.
And then I'm trying to think: I've watched another one today, so I watched the 3rd episode, and now they're getting merged in my head. Lavic. Does that mean anything to you? As in the new ensign in engineering?
Yeah, the Vulcan.
No.
Yeah.
Fine,
like,
okay,
Lavic.
good. Yeah, good. Okay, so no.
It's episode 2, the
so
promotion.
episode 2, you've got Rutherford trying to get promoted.
Yeah.
And it just turns out at the very end, just wonderful. Yeah. It's just Boimler's room as well when he first walks in.
The cells, really close. The cells are right there. And the red light just cooking his eyes.
And he gets the sunglasses on, and then they test the engines, and it gets brighter again.
Yeah, they up the power output by like 0.5%, and he's just got his glasses on, and suddenly they get even brighter. And he's like,
And then they move his room to the one between the holodecks.
Oh yeah,
and Shax and Tian, and you've got it's Dr. Tian, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you've got Shax going, "You've already done a load of damage to him. Shut up."
Yeah,
I'm Robin Hood now.
What I love about those two, because their sexual relationship's hilarious. It's like they're in love, like he's in love with her for her, she's in love with him because she just wants to be violent, like sexually abuse him, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So he is in an abusive relationship with her. Is it like? But
they're both
making
getting
like
separate uses.
It's consensual.
Yes,
all of it. But it is she wants him for his physicality and beat him up and scratch at him.
So to put it in a better term, because I think
but abusive is not the right term to use.
Dominant. She's the dom. He's the submissive.
That's it. That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
And I'm just trying to. I want to double check the. Dr. Tiana is Dr. Tiana. Their relationship, full stop, is just wonderful. It does make me laugh every time. And then, of course, you got the captain on the other side. It's just listening to these people living out their dreams in the holodeck. And it's just, it honestly had me creasing up. You're right, it wasn't as good as the first episode of Series 4, but it was still really good. And I tell you, when you get to episode 3, again, really funny.
And you see Boimler crack at the end when Rutherford just turns on the shade on the window.
That's it. Oh, I hope you don't make me mind me making sparks through the night.
Yeah.
But again, even then, really funny episode. And they managed to end it in a way that you go, oh, when he sees that whoever had the bunk before him also used to sit upright when the red alert, and he's got a head dent above his bunk. And they just managed to end it on a nice note. It's not a funny note. It's just a, good for him. They do that again with the next episode as well. You get to that point where you think, oh, brilliant. I'm really pleased for him. But I'll let you discover that one yourself. Now, very, very quickly, because obviously we've still not even got onto the main subject yet, and God knows how we end up doing this, I swear. I've been watching the animated series of Star Trek.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Is it good? Is
I
it?
can't believe I've never watched it before. And full on what was said in the Lower Decks, because during that Lower Decks event we went to, they said about the reason the animated series came out and it did so well was because they could do things that they couldn't have done in the real show because it was animated. And goddamn, it feels... I could watch the animated series over and over again. I struggle watching the original series now because A, the episodes are quite long and they become a bit tedious, I'm afraid to say. Whereas the animated series, bang, 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 is really good.
Same actors, voice actors.
The majority are the same voice actors, yeah.
So Shatner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really good because they come up with these weird and wonderful worlds they go to. And as it's animated, it just looks really good.
Does he have like space sex with loads of aliens?
I don't think he's space banged anyone. No, he hasn't got a stinky finger.
Animated Riker would have.
Well, that brings us then to, you sent me the short treks, and our heavy advice there is go onto YouTube, look up Star Trek and Paramount, and watch the very short treks. So the first very short trek was the...
Not for kids.
Oh god, no, definitely not for kids.
Particularly that second one.
Oh, the very first one is basically Kirk saying all of those kind of phrases that we're so used to saying, like skin a cat, which is the name of the episode, and it upsetting everyone on the bridge because everyone turns out to be these weird creations. And then this next episode, you say about it. It's
Spock is trying to entertain some of the crew, but it's set on the Strange New World ship because it's the same axis.
Yeah, it's First Contact Day.
Yeah, and he wants to do bloopers for everyone, but he doesn't understand what a blooper is. So he has basically like a projector, doesn't he? And he stood in front and starts playing what he thinks are bloopers. But the first one is someone gets completely cut in half by
so the transporter doesn't materialise his legs, so just guts drop.
So his body just drops to the ground, and all his guts are all out on the ground. And then there's
you got Hemel going no,
and it cuts to the guys watching it, and they're just like the humans just going, oh my god. And then there's Spock there going, hilarious, isn't he?
Yeah. Blooper. You got Hoover saying, that's not a blooper, Spock.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll skip the next few then because it's more of the same.
The next few. Yeah. And what was the next one he does?
The next one's his wife leaving him.
Oh, yeah, he goes, he's got his wife, he says some terrible things about him and then leaves him, and then he's there.
He's crying in the video.
He's crying in the video, and then it cuts to him in real life, and he's crying in the exact same way. He goes, so you see how horrible she was? She was self-deprecation. Oh, this is self-deprecation. Hilarious or something, isn't it? So funny. Bloopers.
Spock, are you okay? And then, oh god, then it's Discovery, isn't it? And the ship getting destroyed by the giant Klingon death ship.
Everyone dying, yeah.
Thousands of people dying. I will go, what's his name? That played by the actor that you like in Discovery. Tall one.
Yes, Saru.
6,000 Federation lives have been lost.
Yeah.
And then it comes with the in memoriam.
Yeah.
And it's whoever says Spock bloopers should not contain an in memoriam.
And then the guy in the back's like, my grandfather died.
I don't want to be that guy, but my uncle or something. Was it, yeah.
And then it ends with, he gets it right.
Finally.
By having... someone running along.
See, I thought that was meant to be Kirk, but it was an ensign apparently.
I thought it was meant to be Kirk. Running along, who's got diarrhea, slips on a slippery floor, and then doesn't he get a broom shoved up his arse?
He gets a mop handle in his
nuts.
Because
the guy goes down and tries to sniffs his bum, and then he gets some mop handle or something.
He slips over, he gets the mop handle in the balls, then he farts and craps himself basically,
and then it cuts to the humans, they're all laughing and they're like, yeah, that's really funny, and then suddenly it turns and Spock's got a broom.
Spock's got a mop and he's like, Heimel, come here, live blooper.
That's it, yeah, chase it in their heads.
They're 4 minutes, and we've just spent God knows longer than that.
Yeah, and we've just spoiled it for you. It's hilarious.
That was all 4 minutes, and it's done in that the style of the animated series. Now, you sent me that link, and I haven't sent it to you. I will send it. There is a animation company, and I think they were called something like Gazelle Animation, and they've done a full episode in the same style of animated of Voyager.
Oh, I would love that.
They've taken all. I think they've just taken the voice clips from the episode. It's the lizard episode,
Oh, it's
and
one
they've
of the best
animated
episodes.
the entire thing.
Oh, I need to watch that.
It's amazing. They've done such a good
Oh,
job.
I need to watch that.
I will send you the link for that. But any other Trek stuff before we move on?
Oh, I just feel really happy now. It's so funny. It was so fun. I'm gonna watch it again.
Excellent. Well, we'll move on to our main subject. I don't think we're going to be talking about Bryan Cranston, Starfield, or Unity today somehow.
Yeah, probably not.
Actually, you know what? I'm just going to say it now. Do you know who Bryan Cranston is?
Oh, yeah, Bryan Cranston is, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, from
Breaking Bad,
Breaking Bad.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
What?
He's a bad guy in the Power Rangers. He was in one of those giant foam suits.
Well, he was in a lot of stuff. He's got loads of adverts that he was in.
Yeah, because I didn't realise he was a karate person.
Was he?
Yeah, and there's an episode of Malcolm in the Middle where there's one of them finally he's taught the whole family to roller skate except for one of them, and he finally gets persuaded to teach, I think it's Malcolm, to roller skate. Bryan Cranston went and learned how to roller skate, so all the roller skating he's doing is actually being
really?
done in the episode. He's a really talented man, but that's all I was going to say about Bryan Cranston. So that one's a nice quick one. But anyway, sound effect, and we will come back to Temu.
In today's main segment, the boys check out their purchases from Temu. Will they be let down or pleasantly surprised? Oh, come on, they probably just got shit in a mailing bag. Enjoy.
Self-deprecation.
Right, so those of you that listened will remember about 2 or 3 episodes ago, we asked our followers on Twitter to give us some random words. Rob then went off and stuck them on Prison Pigeon, which probably pissed him off somewhat, and we chose some random words. Now, and then what we said was the first item would be £1, the next one would be £2, the next one would be £3, and then the final one would be £5. Now, Rob, did you successfully buy your things?
I did. They were close to those prices. It was difficult to get ones that made any sense at them prices, but I'm within like 30 or 40 pence maybe of those prices. Maybe
exactly the same for me. Mine was, I think, £11.30 something in total for all of that, so it wasn't far off.
Mine's a bit. I think mine came to £13.23.
Oh, it's still not too bad. But you know what made me laugh though about all of this? I've ordered from Wish.com before, and you order something, and it genuinely is a month to a month and a half before that turns up, and you've forgotten you even ordered it.
Yeah.
Whereas Temu, I was expecting exactly the same thing, but no, literally 5 days later, tracking saying it's turning up today, and it turned up.
Yeah, I think I got mine within 3 days.
It turned up super quick.
Yeah, all in one bag too.
All in one bag for me as well. So what I wonder is they must have UK warehouses or European warehouses of the stuff. What I am going to say is mine is nothing like this at all.
2 of mine make sense based on the words. The other 2 make absolutely no sense, and the quality of them is ridiculously poor.
Right, well, I've not looked at
Insanely poor.
I've not looked at mine at all until literally opening them today. One of them looks quite impressive, and that is the £5 one. I think it was the £5 one.
My £5 problem was the worst one out of all of them. Absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, no, yeah, my £5 one is the one that was probably the best. My others weren't. So, John, you do your £1 one first.
Okay, £1 one. Let me get it out of the bag. Now, as we all know, one thing we all know about TJ.
Oh, and of course, these were gifts for each other, by the way.
Is that he loves to go out on his kayak. Isn't that right, TJ?
You're
a big kayaker.
I've got an inflatable kayak at home. That's not a joke. I do actually have an inflatable canoe.
This one might not help an inflatable one. But my word was bung, given to me by the lovely Karen, Chester's Karen. And here I have 4 kayak drain bungs for you.
Wow.
To replace the bung that you may or may not have in your current kayak.
See, the weird thing is, I could probably make use of these in Craft with K, so I will use these, just not for a bung in a kayak.
Okay, well, there you are, bung.
Well, mine was Shindig.
It was £1.48, by the way.
Oh, okay, I haven't done the prices, fair enough. My word was from Even over in the Netherlands, and my word was Shindig. And what I always think about Rob is when he goes to a shindig, he really wants to have nicely lubricated lips so he can do
absolutely
lots
true.
and lots of kissing. So he's guessing avocado lips.
Avocado lips.
I love that because it's this teeny tiny.
Oh, it's absolutely.
It looks like a Vaseline.
I'm gonna have to open it. Let me actually tell you because I'm allergic to a lot of stuff.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, please don't result in me
Right?
triple nining
Can
it.
I just say, if this is it's in English, have you looked at the? You haven't looked at the
I
ingredients.
haven't looked at the ingredients.
Now, in the UK, I don't know if you knew this. When food writes the ingredients list, they won't tell you how much is in it, but it's in order of the most to the least.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the same for everything.
Now, what would you say was the second highest ingredient on lip balm?
Well, it's in the same sort of canister that Vaseline is, and I know that's made out of petroleum jelly, so I'm going to say petrol.
Floor wax.
Well, you're going to have the shiniest, slipperiest lips.
Did you think that was coming, everybody? So, mineral fat, floor wax, dilosteryl malate,
Of course.
triglyceride. Now, I'm not going to put this on my lips.
Triglyceride.
This is not going on my lips. I'll put it on my hand because my hands are calloused and ruined anyway from work.
Fair
so.
enough. But yeah, just to explain it. So, what I got from Rob were these
Avocados
black
are very
plastic
millennial.
bung things. They look like a little
Cross
black
on my
top
alley.
hat for a mouse. What Rob's got from me looks like a miniature pot of Vaseline.
It does look just like it, but blue.
And I don't know why it came up with Shindig, but Shindig, that's all it brought up.
That's meant to smell like avocado.
I don't know.
It smells beautiful. Oh, it smells so nice. I don't know if I was kind of whispering at this.
Hang on.
Doesn't that smell good?
That really,
Does not smell like avocado.
this smells like cocoa butter.
Yeah. I was just thinking this
Why
is
on
very
earth does
this
that
is
smell
very
like cocoa
millennial
butter?
and right up our alley because it's avocados. I should go and spread this on toast while I can't afford my mortgage. You know.
Yeah. Coming from King of the Lurpak.
Yeah.
So, interesting. That
It
was.
smells great. This does not smell like avocado. This just smells like
It smells
cocoa
really
butter.
nice.
Like, I reckon I could put this on and Joe Wicks would be happy because I'll be doing eggs with coconut.
Now, as long as it hasn't happened, you may get a cut now. If you do get a cut, what I've just said is Rob's hands the next day swelled up to 7 times the size they should have been.
Yeah.
If
We'll
there is
find
no
out.
cut, it means his hands didn't fall off.
If it starts burning. Because I genuinely am allergic to a lot of stuff, so we'll find out.
Well, it's hard to be allergic to floor wax.
Yeah, it'd be a bit sad if you're allergic to floor wax. Someone will be.
Well,
Wow, that's actually a really good
I
one.
wasn't going to make this a competition, but do I win
I
the
think you win
£1
that
option?
one. I'm so pleased with this. I just like the smell of it.
You're going to sit there sniffing it at traffic
You know,
lights.
so you should just keep it like in the toilet. So when you've done like a particularly egregious poo, you can just have this next. Just give this a.
I was going to say, as long as it doesn't make you come up in some horrendous smell. We used to have that sort of thing. We used to have Vapo Rub in the ambulance, and if we went into a particularly stinky patient's house,
Vapor Rub.
little dab under the nostrils to kind of save you.
Yes, oh, sorry, just bashed the.
No, that's okay. Right, well, I'm going to go next then for my £2 option.
Yep.
And that was George Quayle, and guava was the word.
It's like
guava.
It's like a kind of fruit, right? Guava.
Yep.
What the fudge is that?
That is a massage blade. You're meant to rub it all over your
Blade?
skin, up and down. It looks like a...
It's like an eye mask.
Oh, no, it's
Oh,
it's rock solid.
It's like a banana.
It's basically this green thing. You're meant to hold it. You're meant to use it for massaging, run it down people's backs and kind of massage out things like that. And it's meant to be nice. And the pictures, of course, on Temu show it as...
like a Klingon for a mid.
It's
like
a
very
battler.
small.
It's a
person.
very, very shit plastic. It's a training battler. It is a training batleth. Okay, we've accepted this. But yeah, you're meant to run it down your back. It's meant to be nice. The pictures on Temu show this at about a metre across and the person having to
Of
use
course
both hands
they
to go
do.
down.
That's
This is
so
barely
trash.
hand size.
It's so trash. Oh god, it's got some weight to it.
It's not even made out of what it's meant to be. I swear that's made out of
I'm just
plastic.
gonna rub my leg with it.
Oh, he's rubbing himself. Ooh.
The Vic Reeves would be pretty pleased with that one.
Oh, in fact, actually, I can probably find my order on the app, can't I? Even though it's going to tell me every time I log on, give us your details. You know, the details that you normally wouldn't share. and we'll give you more. Well, no. Oh, yeah. Every time. Get this exclusive coupon and stuff. I am not going to sign up for it. I'm sorry. I'm not giving you my details. Okay, where were we? So that is a gua sha board resin beeswax. This item is sold out.
You got the last one.
That's
existence.
the size of it they show in the picture. It's probably
She's
not...
got small hands.
She has got small hands.
I've got large hands though, so mine hands is a very good example.
One piece gua sha board, resin beeswax, synthetic resin tool, massage tool, gua sha massage
could do
board,
some damage with this.
scraper, massage therapy. Oh look, they show pictures of people rubbing it over their face, over their bosoms.
Oh, I could rub on my bosom with it.
But it's basically meant for massage and getting kind of...
Is that my t-shirt, by the way?
I do love your t-shirt. T certainly is for tax evasion.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my present to you for £2. It's shit.
Yeah, that was not very good, is it?
No,
Mine,
it's
okay, this was a word given to us by Ashgiver, at Ashgiver on Twitter. Prosthetic. This was my
not. Prosthetic. Oh, this
£2.
is dangerous. He's rummaging in the bag.
Now, the quality nowhere near matches the picture.
Of course it does.
They are elf ears.
Oh, God.
Prosthetic elf ears.
Oh, no.
So,
oh,
look how dreadful they are.
I don't know. I've seen
No,
worse.
I wish you'd seen the picture. Compared. Can I actually?
Oh, well, the pictures probably came from Etsy, so they probably showed you some actual real ones. Oh, they're special. I'm going to take my headphones off. Now I can hear the real world. I don't like hearing the real
They
world.
were £2.
They were £2, were they?
That's
They don't fit my ears
wrong
at
ear.
all.
It's the wrong ear. That one.
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
it
because you've got
is.
to do it backwards.
I don't know how ears
Yeah, they do
work.
not fit your ears.
What do you mean? You don't? I don't look like your I don't look like your sexy elven lady. I'm coming, Rob. I'm coming to rescue you.
This guy, can I have that as my text tone? I'm here to rescue you.
I'm going to ride across and ruin the story that J.I.R. Tolkien wrote just to rescue you because it's a film.
There you are. What do you reckon? I think they're better than that green thing.
I think they're just better.
Just better.
But yeah, they are just better. So you can have that point.
Yay.
Okay, £3 item. You can go first this time.
Okay, this is possibly the better item of all of them. So this is
Mine
this
is as well, funny enough.
brought it by Lucian Zombie Workshop, the lovely artiste.
Excellent stuff.
Does some
yeah.
great Twitch stuff as well. So go and look at him on Twitch. Does some really cool stuff. His word was gargle. Gargle, very dangerous word to be putting into something.
Definitely.
Safe search
Bearing
was
in
definitely
mind that
on.
I looked up Lower Decks porn parody because Rob suggested it earlier, and what I've seen involved a pickle and the cat doctor's arsehole was not pleasant.
Now, what do you think this is by looking at the white box full of Chinese hieroglyphics?
And what was the word, sorry?
Gargle.
A travel cup with a lid that clips on?
So, this is a gargle cup, a cup for gargling, as well as a toothbrush holder.
Yeah.
So you stick it to your wall, I think, and it has a cup specifically to use for gargling, but also you can hook your toothbrush on it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this was a bit more. This was £3.79, so I was a bit over on this one.
Okay, hang on. Let me open this up. Let me have a look. So, okay, right. So we have. Oh, that bolts it on. I see.
It bolts on? I thought it made me suction cupped on.
Well, that is definitely a.
What the bloody are you going to do with that?
Oh, it's magnetic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
The cup is magnetic to it.
Let me just see how it's expecting you to attach it to anything.
Oh, look, and that's where you put the toothpaste. You clip the
You
toothpaste.
kind of, the item sold out, so kind of. You go, that's what it looks like. There.
Oh, it's upside down.
That's why it's a magnetic, yeah.
Oh, show me.
So then you put your toothbrush, your toothpaste in the top.
Oh, okay. And then that basically drains off then.
Yeah.
So the cup is upside down.
Yeah, that's why it's got a magnet in it.
But what is this?
I can't. I'm not. Oh no, that's.
Oh, I know what this is. You wrap it round the toothpaste.
Yeah, and then you
can squeeze it
That's
out.
actually more clever than I thought.
I really like that. The thing is, Jem won't let me have that, but I like it.
And they've
so
just like stuck it to the wall. Look at the photo there. They've just kind of stuck it to the wall. Yeah, you got a sticky pad.
sticky pad that's got the solid plastic bit that slots into it.
Oh, it's really actually quite clever for £3.
I actually really like that.
Yeah.
Now,
£3.79. Well, that's quite. I'm actually a bit happier than that. Well done, Lucian, for that one.
but I'm going to say, right, it's the Killer Rabbit podcast has sent this one at £3.
Is it a pigeon or a bin or a? No, it's a seagull or a
It
bird.
is Philistine.
Philistine, yeah.
And the only way I can say that I have ended up buying you this is because it must rhyme with shine. That's all I can think of.
Philistine.
But
and
I
shine.
think this might end up in your toolbox.
It's got a lot of hieroglyphics in it.
Yeah, it's got lots of Chinese writing in it.
It looks like a torch.
It's a rechargeable work torch.
Oh, this is quite cool. Is it one that? How do you reach it? Or is it like
It's
it's got a battery that you actually plug into the wall?
should have a USB port somewhere.
Oh,
It's actually quite powerful, but there should also be. It's magnetic as well, I believe.
it's got a clip. Could pretend I'm a police
God,
officer.
that is actually really bright.
So bright, isn't it? Holy baloney.
So let's have a look. Yeah, flashlight and a cob flashlight, apparently.
How come the first
USB rechargeable. It's under one of the ports, apparently. One of the buttons.
Yeah, it's just there. I can see it. So how come the first one does it twice? So
It's different strength of light, I think.
I left it outside. Yeah, I would use this. This is good. This wins.
I thought you would do.
Tangier. X10
and this was the
Tangier.
most expensive thing. It was £3.59.
Oh, this is
Now,
actually...
the
Oh, it's
only
LED. It's LED as well.
The only disappointing thing about it is a micro USB. It's old-fashioned USB
I've got
on it.
loads of those. There's loads of our AV.
Well, there's
gear.
cable in the box.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say loads of the AV gear comes with these. Is it like a 2 centimetre long one? Yeah, it
Oh,
is,
of
isn't
course
almost,
it is.
Almost useless.
But it just looked really nice. And these sort of torches I do find really useful.
That is useful.
It's not as good as my little one I bought from Temu the other day, these ones. So I'm showing Rob my little torch.
They're
Now, the
tiny.
torch he's got is you could hold it in your hand and you could wrap your fist around it. And that's kind of gives you an idea. This, you can cover it up with just 2 fingers. You ready for this?
Wow, that's brighter than the one I was just using.
Yeah, but wait for it. It also has 1, 2, 3. That one,
Oh, that's really bright.
flashing. UV, which
Yeah.
makes it glow in the dark. But yeah, full on kind of
Black
UV. A red light for some reason. And then, if I really want to, I can pretend I'm a police car.
That's got loads of stuff going on. That on Temu.
That was £1.59.
It has made my eyes go.
Yeah, it's really bright. Sorry. Do I win that then? Do I?
I'd buy a long way.
And then it brings us to.
As cool as the gargle thing is, which
good-
is really cool.
It is really cool.
It's not a super duper chargeable torch.
But it brings us to Hoodoo, which was
Hoodoo.
provided by Yargraves 79. Hoodoo. And it's the only item that actually matched the word.
Right.
It is
None of mine did.
a
gargle, I suppose.
Hoodoo tarot deck,
Oh,
which is going to be really good for the Halloween episode.
yeah. One. Oh, that's a scary looking picture on there.
It is.
Is this haunted?
I
Karen, I'm going to need you to come. Oh, my lord, that's really scary on the back. To avoid dangerous suffocation. You know, have you? Maybe this is just an insight into my psyche, but do you ever look at something that isn't on your phone screen and have an impulse to do the little pinch to make it zoom in?
Yeah, I've done it
I
once
just
or
had that then
twice.
because that was really small. I just went to put my hand on the back of this tarot card box to zoom.
So the description of this: achieve divine guidance with the Hoodoo tarot cards, a 78 card deck for indoors.
Am I allowed to do
You
it outdoors?
can't do it outdoors, apparently.
Oh, well, that's a bit stuffed in if we're going to do it the way we want to do it.
A 78 card deck for indoors, family, friends, and parties.
Family, friends, and parties. Not inclusive with the other.
But it is
one
full
individual.
on Hoodoo artwork. It is.
I don't even know what hoodoo is. What is hoodoo?
You know what? I'm not going to say what I think it. I'm just going to do a quick Google for the correct
We don't wanna
definition because I don't want to get
Upset
it.
anyone.
Hoodoo is a set of spiritual practices, traditions, and beliefs that were created by enslaved African Americans in the southern United States.
Okay, right, okay.
Practitioners of hoodoo are called root workers, conjure doctors, conjure man or conjure
So
woman,
is it
root
like
doctors.
voodoo?
Similar, I believe. There's a really good film about it, and I'm just trying to think.
You do.
I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's not that. The Skeleton Key. And it's well worth watching anyway. But what are the cards like? Are they good quality? As he's opened them up now. But that was the £5 one. So genuinely, I'd expect more for £5. Yeah, it's. I don't think Rob's going to sleep tonight.
2-pack.
And nice 2-pack Shakur.
2-pack Shakur there. Oh, these are. Yeah, because it says they're hoodoo, I don't feel like they're racist. Were someone just going to hand me some tarot cards and not give me any context to it, I'd be looking at them thinking, you picked something a little bit.
The fact is it fits the word hoodoo because that's what it's based on. It is a very specific thing.
Well, we have a use for these. I'm going to leave them here because I want your house to be haunted, not mine.
It'll be when Kay says, "Can we play pairs with them?" No.
No.
Oh,
What's
well
the
done.
hangman for?
Why have you managed to uncover 17 death cards in a row?
There's only 2 in the back.
I don't even know if there are, actually, because I don't know if hoodoo tarot cards are like normal tarot cards.
No idea.
Okay, what was your £5
This
item?
has got no relevance in any way that I can fathom to the word impinge, which was given by Mr. Court, as we all know is Karen's husband.
Who makes the tea and does
who's
the washing.
currently probably making a cup of tea and putting the socks and pants in the wash. Here we have blue fluffy
What
floor
the
tiles.
hell? Oh my God.
I cannot fathom.
Right, so those of you that might have children will know what these are. They are foam tiles that you put together, and they're meant to. You normally get them with alphabet and numbers on.
Washable carpet splicing mats, perfect for kids, pets, and living rooms. You can't have kids, pets, or living rooms together, one or the other.
Right, okay. So yeah, they're like those foam tiles that you can buy in B&M, but then they have a fleece top to them.
Yeah, get one out. Let's have a look.
Oh, you want me to get out my hairy square?
You can put it on your floor there for your feet.
That's why I've got a rug there, but there are actually a couple of places I could use this, so I might do. But
I think they're probably a large fire risk.
Oh dear.
Oh, what's it called? Chuck us over one.
I wouldn't use it as toilet paper. Let's put it that way.
Oh, that feels funny, doesn't it? Oh, that's so cheap. Oh, it's so cheap.
Yeah, it's
TJ, it's really cheap.
Oh.
Yeah, that's asbestos.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say
The
that.
foam, it feels horrible. It's got indentation from one of the boxes in the pack. And the fluffiness
It's nasty.
is awful.
It's,
Oh, my fingers don't feel right after touching that. Yeah,
No.
sorry about that. I think you win again.
I've got to with those tarot cards because they
Tarot cards are quality. They're good. How much were they?
Good.
Do you remember?
They were a £5. Let me check
that
the
was
app. Hang on.
£5. I've got it written here. £5 something.
Hang on. Let me.
£5.47. That's 47 pence over what it's meant to be. But
I think we should do a Temu Christmas app challenge at some point.
yeah, so you win 3-1 there. So well done. You win the first ever Temu challenge.
Oh, there you go. My total orders was £12.84 and they were £5.98.
Yeah.
So they were quite a bit above. But everything else was within the pricing.
Temu? TU. That's what this game's called.
Oh, there you go. Right. Either 1, 4, 6 or 8 piece lip balm set. Deep moisturising and soothing. Colourless lip gloss. Lipstick lasting. Nourishing, moisturising, lip care, lip balm, mild and non... Oh my God, it goes on and on and on. Good, nice smell, cute travel. That's someone's review.
Could we do one for Halloween? People give us some Halloween words.
Yeah, get some Halloween words.
Send us
We
some
do
Halloween
those, yeah.
words.
Absolutely.
And then we'll do the same again. Maybe we don't have to do like 4 each. Maybe we could just do 1 or 2. As like Halloween
do
gifts.
2 and not put a price limit on it, as long as we're
Yeah.
both sensible.
the whole order can't go over £10.
Agreed.
So the items can be whatever you want, as long as culminated, including postage, doesn't
Yeah.
come over £10.
Okay,
I think
no,
that's fair.
I agree with that.
And if everyone could just post Halloween-related words.
Speculum. Because that haunts everybody's dream.
That's what I would like. If people don't mind, put it on Twitter. tag one of us.
That's a brilliant idea. I like that. I'm genuinely quite impressed with Temu.
I was happy.
Especially my little torches I've bought before. I really like those. But what we bought, that was quite fun. That worked really quite well. And in fact, we've got a load of extra words anyway, haven't we, that we didn't use from last time. So maybe if we don't get any Halloween ones, we could always use those words again in another Temu special at another point.
So out of the 4 people that I have here, Karen, Ashgiver, Lucian and Mr. Court, Ashgiver's my winner. And the 3 people out of the 4 who I've probably communicated with the most on Twitter were losers for me. What's happened there?
Yeah, I've got to say, out of all of them, my winner was Hoodoo because I actually got something that is related to Hoodoo.
Yeah.
And that was from Jargreave79. The other 3, Philistine, Killer Rabbit, ended up with a torch. Guava ended up with
I think that's the best one out of all.
A toy batleth.
I think that...
And then Shindig ended up with a tub of very nice smelling
that one wins
floor
out
wax.
of all of them. This stuff smells so good.
I just think you could
I'm just going to
get some
floor
wooden
wax
floor
on
in
my face.
your house, and you've got some polish for it.
Yeah. Oh, God, I think I'm getting addicted to this.
All right, okay. Well, while Rob sniffs himself,
Thank you,
to
everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Love
you for
it.
the words,
Appreciate
everyone.
everybody.
And join us in a moment.
Jack Off Gym, the new educational toy for teaching sex education. Anatomically correct, Jack Off Gym also features lifelike hand action, digital sound effects, and reloadable ejaculate modules. Thanks to integrated 2.4 gigahertz networking, pairing Sultry Susan, Flaccid Frank, or Blind Betty with Jim opens up a world of recreatable porn scenes taken from the libraries of America's best porn sites. Order Jack Off Gym now and receive coupons for instant money off other training aids when released. We can't wait to get you on board with Jim.
Smelling my hand. My hand still smells of supposed...
I'm so glad I pressed
avocado.
record then.
My hand smells.
Smelly hand.
My fingers smell of avocado. Thanks, everybody, for listening again. Sorry that it's been 4 hours.
Don't.
So you started listening on Monday. It's now Friday. Thank you so
we
much.
suggest you listen to our podcast in useful chunks.
Increments throughout the week.
We'll end up on Audible one day.
Yeah.
20-hour book. Fuck that. We'll just listen to their podcast.
Yeah.
It's 15 hours.
Yeah, take the adverts and intermissions seriously. They are when you should pause us for 24 hours.
We are having so much fun with those adverts and intermissions. I'm hoping everyone else enjoys them, but
They're fun
we
to
are having a
make.
lot more fun.
They're fun to make up, aren't they? So anyway, if you'd like to talk to us, communicate with us, send us Halloween Temu ideas, things that you found that you might think we're interested in, please contact us on Twitter, Threads, TikTok, Instagram. All of those are at _channel84 if I'm correct in saying, or myself at FlatRob. Doesn't really matter which one of them it is. You'll get both of us, really.
And you can find all of those on channel84.co.uk as well, which is an easy place to find us and read all our funny things that we've written.
Exactly. And you can email us at podcasts@channel84.co.uk.
Indeed they can. Rob, it's been another wonderful episode, but it is 11:35 at night.
Yeah.
I want you to fuck off because I've got to go to a school trip tomorrow with Madam, and I don't quite know why I agreed to do a school trip, but I did.
Well, I need to eat because in 25 minutes I might turn into a fucking gremlin.
Jesus, oh no, yeah. If you eat after midnight, you're going to turn into one of those green slimy ones, not the cute gizmo that you already are.
Thank you.
Aww.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Channel 84 Variety Show. This station is now shutting down and will be back in 2 weeks. Excelsior.